Okay, hyperactivity. Ask the student to run an errand or do a job for you. Develop a procedure for the student to use a stress ball, small toy, or an object. After class activities to include movement, alter classroom activities so that they're moving. Designate clear, visually signaled areas for the students to sit or stand. Sometimes these kids need that back left because they need to move. So let them kind of, stretch it out. Let them have a standing desk. Now, not that we have a lot of desk action going on because we're doing music, but if they need to stand, let them stand. Add shape, color, or texture to a classroom activity. Allow the student to do some constructive doodling. It's okay if they take their pen and they're moving and writing the whole time while you're teaching. If that's what they need to focus, let them do it. Now, that's hard when everybody else wants to do it, but if they're sitting in the far left or the far right and they have like a little bucket of stuff that they pick up on their way in the door, and everything in their bucket they can pick up and use as you're teaching. Now, if it becomes distracting and they stop being on task, then they no longer get their sensory bucket, because sometimes that's all it is a bucket of things that they can do to help them stay engaged. Even if it's just like those fidgets. So as I was teaching earlier today, this is a bag of sensory things that I would have, and this would be so a kid could pick it up on the way in the door. And if they sat in the back the whole time when they did this isn't going to make any noise, and they're just playing with this little fidget while I'm teaching or singing or whatever. Or let's say that they needed a squeeze ball. We have those stress balls, so that they needed a stress ball. So they're back there doing this the whole time. This is all they're doing, but they're listening because they need it. So don't be afraid to give them, those kiddos that need it, something. There are kids that aren't really diagnosed that might need it as well. So it's okay that everybody has a sensory ball break. Like these are, you get them $5 for $1 at the dollar store, and they're the ones with the little nibbles on there. So then this is something that you could even put a whole activity in, especially for the little kids. Let them work on their own sensory time so that they can work on it. These are great interventions to add with part of your classroom. Like you just put it as part of an interaction. Sensory time, activity break, 30 seconds, go. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Sorry, making sure I got everything. Designate clear, visually signal areas for the students to sit or stand. Add shape or color. Allow doodling. Schedule times for physical activity. Take breaks throughout a long or tedious task. Okay, moving on.